Hi, this is Melody from Melodious Wines and more. So I'm gonna be doing a video blog about a wine that I found in my local liquor store. Now, normally what you'll find is that people will tell you that a Pinot Noir really isn't worth drinking or buying unless it's more than $15. Um, well, due to a few wine trends in California, that's no longer the case. What's interesting enough is that a while back there was a popular movie, Sideways, and all of a sudden everyone was drinking Pinot Noir. Well, the wine producers, in order to keep up with the wine demand, started planting a bunch of Pinot Noir. Unfortunately, what happened for those winemakers was that the trend of Pinot Noir really dropped off, and so they're finding that they actually have a surplus of Pinot Noir. And while that's bad for the wine producers, it's great for us because it means that we can find quality Pinot Noirs now in the under $10 range where you couldn't before. So I'm going to be trying the Path. This is the Pinot Noir. This is the Path. Um, as you can see, it's a dark burgundy. There aren't really any sediment to speak of. Nothing really going on unique visually. There's not really any legs visible. Now you'll notice that I'm actually doing this out of a Pinot Noir glass. I actually buy into the sentiment that the wine actually tastes and smells different based on, just on the glass that you drink it out of. If you ever wanted to experience the difference, just pour the wine into a Pinot Noir glass and a regular red wine glass, maybe even a rolled lip wine glass, and just compare the different flavors that you get. I think it really is interesting once you do the side-by-side tasting how much more it does matter once you've actually tried it. So for my Pinot Noirs especially, I drink out of a Pinot Noir glass. Target actually has an inexpensive Riedel set that is works great. That's where I actually got mine. I'm a college student on a budget, but I like the finer things too. Okay, so for smells in this wine, I get definitely a lot of dried cherry, dark fruit tones like the strawberry, the cherry, like I was saying, plum almost. There's a little bit of a coffee hint and a little bit of a cocoa hint on the nose. I think that's about it. But once again, very desserty, almost like chocolate covered cherry notes. So this wine is actually a really zippy acidic wine for a red wine, which is kind of good because it balances out any harsh tannins that you'd normally get with a heavier red wine. It's also very velvety and smooth on the tongue. So the mouthfeel isn't horribly drying, and I think that's because of the balance of those tannins with the acidity, which is something unique to Pinot Noir that I really get. The other thing I've noticed here is that the fruit tones are actually accentuated by the bitterness, so it's not overly in any one direction. It's a very balanced wine, I found, and actually it's very good. I was not expecting the wine to be, my preference of Pinot Noir. Sometimes they can be, a little more on the dry side. Sometimes they can be a little more acidic. But I feel like I actually got a really solid value out of the $6 wine. Just for comparison, this wine is very similar to Oyster Bay, which is a New Zealand wine. That one runs about $14.99, and once again, this is less than half the cost. And it's a California wine, so it's domestic, so we're getting a little more eco-friendly with this wine as well because it doesn't have as many food miles on it. But definitely a solid buy, and I definitely recommend it. Tell me what you think.